Hey everyone, check out this domain name that I have for sale. Now, I've had all kinds of websites. I've had all kinds of domain names over the last 15 to 16, 17 years. And Teggy by far is probably one of the best domain names I have ever owned. And I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, it's only 5 characters long. Now, there are other websites that even have or domain names that even have 4 characters in them that are for sale right now on eBay and places like that. But they're like 4 random letters and numbers and stuff. They're like LQZ1 or something. Makes no sense, has nothing to do with anything, but it is short. So a 5-character domain name that is not just short, but it also is phonetic, meaning that if you if I were to tell you Teggy.com, you would pretty much know how to guess how it was spelled. I wouldn't have to sit there and spell it out to you. However, if I did have to spell it out to you, it's pretty easy to say, Teggy. So it's an easy one to spell, and it's very phonetic. Teggy.com. People see it, they know exactly how it's pronounced. I've seen websites where they have a weird word there, and they have to tell people how to pronounce it because it's hard to pronounce. So first of all, it's short, it's phonetic, it's a .com. There are others out there, but .coms by far are the best to have. 84% of all the top 100 websites in the world are .coms. So some do slip by, but 84% of them are .coms. And the reason you want a .com is when you tell somebody a domain name, they automatically are going to assume it's a .com. Sometimes they won't even remember the .whatever after it because they just remember the first part because they think it's a .com. So if you told them, so if it was Teggy.ws or whatever, they would remember the Teggy part. And they might remember the WS because, .ws, that was weird. And then they have to try to remember, what was that extension on it again? Dot something, WS, I think. And so then they're guessing. So .coms by far are the best ones to have. This domain name can be used for anything. It is so open to be used. And the way I imagined it is that you basically could have some character that's, that's your mascot or your spokesperson type thing or whatever, and it could be a robot, could be a dog, could be whatever else you want to think of to have Teggy be. Teggy can be their personal shopper. Teggy's going to help you find the best deals. Teggy can help you find a vacation. Teggy can help you find a date. Teggy can whatever. And you can, Teggy can be used for almost anything out there. And that's what's great about the word Teggy is it's so generic. It's like Google, eBay, Twitter, Yahoo, all those major websites that really don't make a lot of sense what they mean, but they are good words and they are hot words as well. I mean, they've gone a long way with just simple generic words. And the other thing is, like I said, it can easily build a brand. You can build a brand around Teggy. So I mean, Teggy is not an openly used word a lot. So you could easily build a brand around that and establish it because it's a simple word and because also it's easy to remember. Another great thing about this domain name is there's no numbers, no hyphens. Never ever buy a domain name with numbers and hyphens in it. Imagine if this was Teggy1. You'd have to tell people it's Teggy1 and the 1 is the number 1. So can you imagine, even on a radio ad, say, it's Teggy1.com. Yeah, that's Teggy, Teggy, 1 as in the number 1.com. So you'd end up having to buy Teggy and then the number 1 as well, and then the one.com as well, just in case people still didn't get it. And so you never want a number or a hyphen in a domain name. That's just a very bad move. And this domain name is so easy to remember. I bet you, especially if you don't buy this right now, next week you're going to be saying, I should have bought that website, Teggy. And you're going to remember that it is Teggy. It's so easy to remember. And notice how I've just said Teggy and you automatically remember that it is a .com. So this is such a great domain name. It really hurts me to let it go, but I need to start liquidating some of these things now, and so I am going to let this go. I've held on to it for I think about 10 years now. I bought it when 5-letter domain names weren't that hard to find, but now they're almost impossible to find something, and when you do find it, it's never a phonetic word. It's not a word that you can actually sound out or anything like that. So I encourage encourage you now to buy it. I'm gonna regret selling it, but I need to liquidate it. So go out and go to my eBay auction and buy it right now. Thanks.